Good morning and welcome to Friday's Developer Hangout with Intuit Developer. Here I've got William from Stanford, one of the organizers of TreeHacks, going to be talking to us about the upcoming hackathon that starts in, like 5 hours, something like that?
Yeah. So
Cool.
the
Yeah.
hackathon is it's the second year in the making for us. So this is the
Cool.
second year in a row that we've done it. Essentially, it's going to be we've invited roughly 700 participants from around the globe to come to Stanford for 36 hours and just to build cool stuff. And just have 36 hours of pure creativity. They can hack on everything and anything they want, and build for any cause. We have quite a few little initiatives going on within the hackathon, like TreeHacks Health, where they can hack on health initiative projects, and as well as CS plus social good, which is hacking for social good. What makes this hackathon special is that we really focus on two key things. First is diversity and the strength and experience of our hackers. So normal hackathons are typically around 90% male and 10% female. And this is something that we've really been trying to change. And last year we hit the 20% mark, and this year we're going to hit the 40% mark for female, which is really, really awesome.
That would be great.
Yeah, and the second thing is that we really take pride in the strength of our hackers. There's a bunch of people who apply, and we can actually only accept like 5% or so outside of state. Stanford students can come if they want, but out of state we only have roughly a 5% acceptance rate, which is pretty low, and our quality for hackers is really high. So that's also something we're proud of. And for judges, we're going to bring in industry experts, research experts, a couple professors from Stanford to come judge the hacks, and hopefully everybody will have a good time.
Cool. Lots of good stuff going on there. I'd love to learn more about the application process. A lot of hackathons just try to get as many participants as they can.
Yeah.
Why do you have an application, and why do you make it so hard?
So we only have roughly like 700 spots in space for these hackers, and we'll have roughly like 400 or a little less than that for out of state. And because of that, and since Stanford is right in the middle of Silicon Valley.
Right.
A lot of people want to come here and fly here for the hackathon. Another thing about our hackathon is that we provide full reimbursements, which means that if you apply and get in from out of state, your flight and your travels will be completely reimbursed.
Oh, cool. That's
so
great.
that's one huge plus for the hackers who are coming here, and might play a little part in why so many hackers apply to the hackathon here.
What kind of things do you ask on the application? Are you only getting like sort of top senior CS grads, or?
Yeah, so we ask about sort of their experience in past hackathons. We take a look at their GitHub, so let's see what they've hacked in the past. Also, sort of their just passion for the community. Really, this hackathon is like a different culture. There's been a lot of some people go to hackathons every so often, and then the culture inside of a hackathon is just completely different. People are just talking to each other, trying to not just think of ideas that will work in the long run, but just cool hacks. That they can combine a different variety of hardware and software and just make something awesome out of it in 36 hours.
Cool. Is there going to be a pretty large hardware component, do you think?
Yeah, so we actually have a hardware lab that we supply these past 2 years. So it'll be stocked with Mayos, with Oculuses, with Metas, all types of hardware that you can find. And we actually have a whole building dedicated to hardware hacks. So this year, our hackathon is sort of split into two buildings. One is Packard Electrical Engineering Building, and the second half is in Huang Engineering Building. So all the main events are going to be happening in Huang Engineering Building, but we have all of Packard, which is the electrical engineering building on campus. That entire building is dedicated to hardware hacks.
Cool. That'll be really neat. Hardware is something that I think is a really cool area in terms of new opportunities for API integrations and stuff like that.
Exactly. So a lot of hackers who hack on hardware, not only do they take like one piece of hardware, but they also bring some of their own hardware, and then they combine different hardware. I've seen hacks that have to deal with like, use leap motions to like detect your finger movements and your hand movements while they're in a virtual reality set with the Oculus. Hacks like that are always like really, really amazing.
Totally. That's really cool. You also mentioned a couple of sort of, I guess, almost official initiatives, or like the social one, and then the
health.
Are you offering some sort of prize for that? Is that sponsored by some company or?
Yeah, so TreeHacks Health is actually started by just one of our organizers who is super passionate about the healthcare space. Something that we've noticed not only here in our organization, but also in the rest of Stanford, is that healthcare in tech has been blowing up recently, and healthcare is just becoming more and more important of a space to work in. And it's just started by one of our organizers, and he did all this work to get together a whole panel of speakers, of judges, to judge specifically like TreeHacks health-oriented hacks. And we really hope that some of these hackers will take this to heart and really like strive to work on some of these healthcare hacks.
Cool. Do you think that this hackathon, compared to others, a lot of hackathons have sort of 36-hour quality ideas, and then they sort of just get posted or dropped. Do you see a lot of students, keeping their ideas going or working on them afterwards?
So it's a little mix of both, because most of the hackathons actually have this culture of just have 36 hours and people just build something that they're really passionate about, not necessarily have like a whole business plan like figured out and like keep this product going in the long run. It's more of a time for people to get creative with like different pieces of hardware or software, just build something that they think is cool. Not necessarily like a full-fledged thing that they're going to be working on in the future, but that does happen. We have seen projects that are started in the middle of hackathons and then actually end up going and being something that they work on in the long term. Cool.
I think that is some of the opportunity. I think for the coolest things, you could work 36 hours and start a company on some product that you built.
Exactly.
You said this is the second TreeHacks ever?
Yes. So the first TreeHacks was last year. It was also held on campus. It was a great experience for us, not only for us, but for the hackers as well. And yeah, we're really pumped for this one to get started.
Yeah, what do you think are are there any big differences between this year and last year?
Yeah, so this year we're actually going to be providing, well, first off, it's going to be in the engineering quad, which is where this hackathon really belongs, in the engineering quad. And we're going to have a bunch of space. We had much more time to plan this one out. So we're bringing some really, really cool people after building our sort of reputation last year. And we're doing a lot of cool things like bringing in an MRI machine, stuff like that. Yeah. So it's
really cool.
and we're really improving our mentorship system.
Mhm.
Our mentorship system sort of matches a particular developer to a hacker specifically who works in wherever the developer is, the field that the developer is most experienced in. So we'll
Yeah.
do this matching system, and the mentorship system is something that we're really proud of.
Cool. What? How many mentors do you have coming in?
I believe we have 150 or 100, yeah, somewhere around 150 mentors
Cool.
from around the
Really,
industry.
really cool. It sounds like it's going to be a great event.
Yeah.
What is there anything that you're sort of most excited to see?
I'm actually most excited to see some of the drone hacks,
Mm-hmm.
some of the hacks with the like virtual reality, because drones have been hacked on for the past couple of years, but every year people are just super creative with these drones and do something completely
Right.
different, which is really cool. Also, virtual reality is in the tech space is really blowing up recently.
Oh yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
really excited to see what people are going to be doing with that.
Really neat.
Yeah.
And is this all student run, just you and a few other students, or do you have support from the
Yeah.
university? Or
So
how does
we,
that
we
work?
we have roughly like 20, 25 organizers somewhere around there. So the organizers are all split up into teams. We have a sponsorship team, we have a hacker experience team, we have a whole team dedicated to diversity. Diversity is
Mhm.
something that we really push for within TreeHacks. And we also have like TreeHacks Health, and then even little things. We have like different little groups for. One thing that we're really proud of as an organization is that whenever we have some issue, like um, say last year, one of our main issues is that we didn't know like where to locate some of the organizers. We
Oh,
just talk over the walkie-talkies like, hey, where's William right now? I need to find him. And then it was just this really chaotic thing. Every year we just make our own hack to fix that. So we have like quite a few websites built for different issues that we've just encountered last year. We have quite a few apps built just to, like track people and different other issues that we ran into last year. So that's something really cool. But yeah, it's been a long process, but yeah, definitely excited. It's mostly student run. It's mostly
mhm.
just 20 to 25 of us, but we
Wow, that's
do.
a big team.
Yeah, it is a big team. It is a big event too.
Right.
So, but yeah, it's completely student run. We have support from the administration. We do interface with them every once in a while, but it's mostly just to make sure that we're still following all the university guidelines and everything.
No,
So other than that, it's completely student run.
that's great. Yeah, I think the flying in so many people from out of state, that sounds like a really exciting aspect of it.
Yeah, it is.
How far away are people coming from?
Yeah, so last year we've had people come from Taiwan, and I believe some people are coming from
Wow,
Taiwan this year as well. So it is around the globe, which is really cool.
that is really neat. Um, and then, what about you personally, and maybe some of the other organizers? Are you all sort of computer science students,
Yeah, we
juniors, seniors?
mostly computer science students. We do have a little mix. We have some symbolic systems major, which is sort of Stanford's sort of mix between linguistics, philosophy, and computer sciences. Um,
Oh,
Pretty interesting. But yeah, most of us are computer science majors. We have seniors, juniors, sophomores, freshmen, so all 4 years. Um, like this organization actually started from um, an organization called Bases on Campus. It's
mhm.
our entrepreneurship club that really interfaces with other companies around Silicon Valley. So they're Bases is one of the largest clubs from Stanford. So a couple Bases Base's club members really wanted to get this hackathon started last year. Really, really worked hard and pushed hard for it to happen. And this year we actually branched off from the club because we just have so much stuff to do that are on our own, that we were just a self-sustaining organization ourselves.
Right. That's really cool. What, since you're one of the, up and coming new developers, right? What kind of technologies do you like working in, or what do you see is really popular right now?
Yeah, so one thing that I'm super passionate about is virtual reality, augmented reality. I actually took a class in virtual reality here at Stanford last year, and I had a quarter-long course to be able to hack on, sort of learn and have an experience hacking on an Oculus Rift,
Cool.
which was really cool. I had always seen like Oculus Rifts being used during hackathons, but I never really had a chance to like put my hands on one and really hack on it until that quarter. Other than that, I'm a big iOS developer. I've been doing iOS development for the past 2 years or so. So yeah, like now that a lot of companies are going mobile first, and iOS is going to be like even more and more important in the next years.
Cool. For VR, did you do stuff in like Unity or using Web VR? What kind of?
I was using Unreal Engine. Yeah.
Oh, cool. That's really neat. Yeah, I think virtual reality is going to be, bigger than television.
Yeah,
It just has to get that a little bit.
Yeah.
But I usually work in sort of the Web VR space, which is really fun, but very buggy.
Yeah. It's still in its early stages, but I do believe it's going to get to a point where it's going to blow up.
Cool. Was there anything else you wanted to mention about the hackathon? I mean, it's you probably have to run off to get some more preparations done. It's about to start.
Yeah. We're just really excited to have Intuit here. It's going to be a great time. Hopefully you guys have a great experience and be able to connect with a lot of the hackers. And yeah, just really, really excited for this to get started.
Cool. Well, yeah, I really look forward to it. I think it's going to be one of the best hackathons we've ever been at.
Yeah, hopefully that'll hold true.
Well, thanks a lot, William. It was great to have you. And I can't wait to see you later today.
Awesome. I'll see you later.